And good evening. I'm News 3's Eric Franke. A Madison man in jail tonight after police say he led them on a high-speed chase through southern Wisconsin with a kidnapped victim along for the ride. The story started about 9 this morning. Police tell News 3 a man showed up at the McFarland home of his girlfriend, then dragged the 23-year-old at knife point into his car. Two witnesses at the home called 911, sending officers and deputies on a hot pursuit that lasted nearly 50 miles, starting in McFarland and ending in Beloit in Rock County. The night team's on the story. Mark Lovicott in the news center with more on the suspect. Brad Chaimson in our Rock County Bureau with more on the resources used to end that chase safely. Brad?
Well, Dane and Rock counties have been working to improve communication between their sheriff's offices for situations just like this. A half dozen agencies were in the middle of today's pursuit, and every one of them knew exactly what was coming.
4234, our target's going to be a Lumina.
10-4 Blue Chevy Lumina.
33-year-old Eldon Winda tried to outrun police, hitting speeds topping 75 miles an hour.
In situations like today, it was invaluable.
Once the pursuit reached Rock County, it was up to dispatchers to help everyone involved get up to the second information as Winda's car barreled down the interstate, sometimes against traffic.
It was very important to clarify what happened, what the situation was. We could ask someone who is directly involved with the situation instead of, calling the dispatch center and waiting for them to get the right person to answer the question.
Is there a Dane County unit on Rock Main?
418 on Rock County.
What charges do you have?
I'm aware of the knife point from a place in McFarland on Terminal Drive.
When the information first came in, we were able to hear a Dane County officer asking us to deploy stop sticks at the area of 14 and I-90.
As the pursuit went on, more agencies prepared to intervene, including Beloit Police.
We had about roughly 10 units involved in trying to set up to prevent it from coming into the city.
Ultimately, their efforts resulted in the best possible outcome. A car stuck in a muddy median, a suspect in custody, and no one else on the road hurt.
They knew right to expect where we would be, and we knew right where they were headed to.
Winda's car, Eric, eventually came to rest less than 2 miles from the Illinois state line. It took a lot of officers putting themselves on the line to make sure this entire ordeal came to a successful conclusion.
Boy, this could have been so bad. Now, Rock County, of course, already in communication with Illinois law enforcement had it gotten that far, right?
Well, Winnebago County already had officers on standby. The Illinois Tollway even ready to shut down if this had gotten to that point. So if the pursuit did not end in Wisconsin, it certainly would not have gotten any easier for the suspect in Illinois.
Great to see that communication work so well. Great teamwork tonight there. Brad Chaimson at Rock County Bureau. Brad, thanks. Now, the night team's Mark Lovicott with more on the suspect and the charges he's facing tonight. Mark?
Eric, the charges likely include kidnapping, eluding police, and endangering others for driving the wrong way on the interstate. Authorities say during the entire pursuit, Eldon Winda's girlfriend was in the passenger seat of the vehicle. She is said to be okay tonight, but does have cuts to her face and arms and a bump on her head. Winda is back in the Dane County Jail tonight. He was serving time for drug charges, but was granted short-term release this morning to look for a job. Instead, police say the Madison man barged into his girlfriend's home.
And we thought that the chase was possibly moving into the rural areas. Then the vehicle turned around, went back onto the interstate again. All of those things cannot be anticipated.
Today's incident ended successfully, but there are hundreds of incidents across this nation that don't end successfully. And that's why it's important and imperative on every one of us that we keep our eye on the ball, so to speak, on the impact of domestic violence and try to bring it to an end.
Authorities, by the way, say Winda and his girlfriend have been together for several years. Again, she is shaken tonight, but lucky, Eric, to just receive minor injuries.
The night team's Mark Lovicott reporting in our news center. Mark, thank you.